On April 6th, 4 humans will see something no one alive has ever seen. The far side of the moon. Not in a photograph, not on a screen, through a window with their own eyes. And at that moment, they will be further from home than any human being in history. This is the story of how they got there. 3 days ago on April 1st, NASA's Space Launch System roared to life at Kennedy Space Center. 9 million pounds of thrust, the most powerful rocket ever built, carrying 4 astronauts inside Orion, the most advanced spacecraft ever designed. Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialists Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen. Within minutes they were in orbit, the Earth below them blue and familiar. But they weren't staying. 24 hours after launch, Mission Control gave the command. Translunar injection. A single engine burn that would push Orion out of Earth's orbit and onto a path toward the moon. There is no turning back after that burn. For 3 days they sailed through the emptiness between worlds. No land below, no atmosphere around them, just black in every direction. Inside the capsule, the crew ran system checks, tested navigation, photographed Earth as it grew smaller through the window. On day 5, something changed. Orion crossed into the moon's gravitational sphere of influence. Earth was no longer the dominant force pulling on the spacecraft. The moon was. And then, day 6. The crew woke up knowing that today would be the day. The day they would see what only 24 humans in all of history have ever seen. As Orion approached the moon, the surface filled the window. Gray craters, ancient valleys, shadows stretching across mountains that have never known wind or rain. At closest approach, the moon appeared as large as a basketball held at arm's length. Then Orion swung around to the far side. And everything went silent. Radio contact with Earth gone. For the first time since launch, the crew was truly alone. No mission control, no communication. Just 4 humans, a spacecraft, and a landscape no living person has ever witnessed with their own eyes. For 3 hours, they recorded observations, photographed geological formations, stared at a surface that has faced away from Earth for 4.5 billion years. And somewhere during that pass, a number ticked over. 248,656 miles from Earth. 1 mile further than Apollo 13 in 1970. The record that stood for 56 years broken. But Apollo 13's record was born from disaster. An oxygen tank exploded. The crew was dying. Their trajectory around the moon wasn't a mission plan, it was a survival maneuver. Artemis II's record was born from purpose. 4 astronauts chosen, a spacecraft designed, a mission planned, not running from an emergency but reaching for something greater. The farthest any human has ever been from the place they call home. And from that distance, Earth is just a dot, a pale blue speck hanging in the void. Everything you've ever known, everyone you've ever loved, every war, every song, every sunrise, all of it contained in a single pixel of light. The crew will spend 1 full day in the moon's shadow, watching Earthrise, the way Apollo 8 first saw it in 1968, the photo that changed how humanity sees itself. And then they will turn for home. 4 days of coasting back through the void, re-entry at 25,000 miles per hour, a heat shield glowing at 5,000 degrees, and a splashdown in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego. 10 days. The first humans to leave Earth's orbit in 54 years. The first woman on a path to the moon. The first person of color beyond low Earth orbit. The first non-American past the moon. And the farthest any human has ever been. This is not the end, this is the beginning. Artemis III will land on the surface. Artemis IV will build a space station in lunar orbit, and everything after that leads to Mars. But it all starts here, with 4 people in a capsule looking out a window at a world no one has ever touched. Subscribe, the moon is just the beginning.